Our founding, going back over 16 years, was really created by a group of local CEOs that decided that achieving and retaining a talented and diverse workforce was the most significant business imperative.
Because we did find early information about that said some of the most successful organizations in the world have very diverse composition of employees, of customers, of investors.
Being a partner in diversity is powerful. And how do I continue to do what was done for me for others? I just don't think it's a personal belief, it's an obligation.
Partners in Diversity is the connective tissue in many ways for forward social movement, for greater equity within the community in a variety of different sectors.
I think at first that when you think about equity, what is the meaning of equity? And giving it some thought, I think of it as justice, impartiality, and most of all, fairness.
Because everybody's always talked about equality, right? And it's kind of that next step of equity. Equality is great. Matters is just enough, essentially, right? But at the same time, too, how can us get to an even playing field?
So it could be as simple as our welcome party called Say Hey, or it could be other events. We've learned that a supportive community and network of friends and colleagues are really important to their success.
When I look at a Vicky Nakashima, she is an exemplar of how you can take passion and fire and channel it toward thoughtful action.
It's very rare in Portland to come to a place where you would see hundreds of BIPOC community members gathering together, leaders in their sector, folks who are doing good work, and just welcoming people to the region.
I immediately saw a couple of friendly faces, people that I had met before arriving, and it just really snowballed from there. People came up to me, introduced themselves, invited me into their conversations. It was just a really nice, comfortable feeling.
And when you come from, a long tradition of cultivating community in another space, you don't anticipate that you'll be able to cultivate such a deep community in a new space. And what Partners in Diversity has done for me is allowed me to create relationships that have pierced the veil of the deepest parts of who I am.
So when you get into an environment where you can interact with those who may look like you, and interact with those who may have similar life experiences as you, it offers an opportunity and an easier integration into the community.
When you are in that room for Say Hey, you realize that there is this dynamic and massive group of people that share your experience, that you can look to for support.
To have felt welcome when I first got here, and to have that continued support from the organization itself, but also the other honorees.
And if you're not able to build community locally where you live, you're not going to stay. And your ability to build wealth, to advance your own, hopes and dreams gets stunted.
I think Partners in Diversity may not be fully aware of its impact, and the generations of folks that have been assisted and supported, and also the numbers of communities that are positively impacted by the work.
I think one of the tests of time is to know that so many of our original founding companies that started out over 15 years ago are still in the room. They're in the room for the Equity Summit, and they're still on the list as major supporters.
It's an inclusive environment with an incredible mixture of people. And it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what your background is. It only matters that you're there and you're open to these conversations. You're thinking about how can I be part of this community? How can I welcome someone to this community?
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Partners in Diversity.
Happy anniversary to Partners in Diversity.
Happy anniversary, Partners in Diversity.
Happy anniversary, Partners in Diversity.
Happy anniversary, Partners in Diversity.